What's good, y'all? It's Akira here, back with another video. So guys, you guys love these videos, so we're gonna give it a holiday edition of Cricut crafts that can make you cash, Halloween edition. Dun, 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 dun. I know I'm a big lover of Halloween. I know there's tons of people out there who are as well. So I'm going to take you through the top 10 Cricut crafts that can make you cash this Halloween season. And I'm also going to show you a quick DIY of one of my Halloween crafts that I made with my Cricut that was super easy to do, a great decor piece, and I think you guys would love it and want to recreate it for yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And I'm going to show you guys how I made this spooky ghost Halloween decoration now. So for this project, I'll be using my writable smart label vinyl in white. I'm using this. I will use regular vinyl, but I'm using this because I don't have any white vinyl, and it pretty much works the same, and it's great with the Cricut Joy. I'm gonna go ahead and load that up, and we're gonna get cutting. So I uploaded these 3 ghost figures into Design Space that I really liked. I went ahead and grouped them together and erased the background. And here you just see me duplicating the design because I want to add a few different ghosts onto the outside of my globe to give it that scary look. As you can see here, I did this without the mat and loaded in my materials for my Cricut Joy and got to cutting. So I have these terrariums that I got from the Dollar Tree. They're called High Cloche Dome in like the floral section if you're interested in making this as well. So I got that. As you can see, I got my Cricut scissors, which are my favorite. I also got these little LED tea light candles that I'm going to be putting inside the dome to illuminate the ghost. And you already see me guys cut out my design, so I'm gonna go ahead and weed it. For this, I'm not gonna be using transfer tape, and the only reason for that is because this is a rounded item, and for me it's easier to do it without transfer tape. I don't know why I started in the middle like a savage trying to weed these items, but I love how these Cricut Joy products, they weed like butter. Like, you can start them off with your weeder, because that's what I always need to do because my nails, but then after that they literally weed like butter. I'm just gonna weed the eyeballs. Actually, I think I'm gonna reverse weed and just take the big piece off and make it easier. Now, I'm a firm believer in transfer tape, but because this is like a round object, I'm just going to lightly lay them on their side and round them so that I don't have any bubbles when placing them on. And just like that, look how cute that ghost is. I'm going to continue to put the rest of the ghost around the dome. Lights here that I got from Dollar Tree. They have a little tab at the bottom that you pull to get the light out. And guys, you know I have my nails, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out with my thing. Guys, Cricut tools are good for a whole lot of stuff. Turn it on, stick it inside for a spooky lighting display. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed my beautiful ghost Cricut craft. It's so cool, especially like to put out on a mantle or a table if you're having like a Halloween party. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was such a great idea. It was literally so easy to make. It took me like 5 minutes. Great Cricut craft, and I think you could even sell those if you wanted to. But without further ado, let's get into those top 10 Cricut crafts that you can sell for this Halloween holiday season. So the first thing are treat bags and treat pumpkins. So treat bags are obviously a really big thing for trick-or-treating, that one day a year on Halloween, which kids love, parents love, and so many people get into the holiday spirit a lot. So definitely treat bags are a great thing to sell, and what's good about them is that they all, for families, they turn into like a keepsake. So maybe a customer of yours will buy them for their son or daughter when they're like 3 or 4 years old. They start trick-or-treating, and then they can kind of grow with that treat bag for a long time. So that's something that I definitely think is a great craft to make, and it will become a keepsake and something that people will repurchase from you if they have more children or if one gets misplaced or lost. So I definitely think that's something that would be a great seller and also get you some return customers. So the next thing is Halloween garlands. So there are so many people who decorate for all the holidays: Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, fall, autumn, all that kind of stuff. So Halloween garlands are really easy to make. You can make them with felt, you can make them with wood and put vinyl on them. There's so many different renditions of garland that you can make. You know, I always put some here on the screen for you, but I definitely think these are a really great way to make some money with Cricut crafts for Halloween and have those Halloween garlands that people will pull out every year, dust off for their Halloween decorating. And they're so cute and they're so easy to make. And they don't cost much to make too, so you can get a nice markup on the items if you make the Halloween garland. I'll just show you a little quick shot of Etsy to show what people are actually selling them for, because I think this is a really great idea. So the next thing is for those DIY moms. You don't even have to be a DIY mom, you could be a DIY anybody. So Halloween costumes. Halloween costumes are a great Cricut craft to make that can make you cash, especially if you focus on like making family costumes. Those are really great sellers. I think you can make a lot of money with them, and obviously you'll be able to sell multiples if you do like a family style. Some of the items that I've seen people make with their Cricut that are, you know, like top sellers on Etsy are skeleton costumes, which usually made of like leggings and pants, you know, like black leggings, black top, you know, white skeleton outline. Mac and cheese boxes, those are really cute. You know, I'll show them on the screen here. Ghosts, Cookie Monsters, and crayons. So those are all great ideas for family costumes. You could offer like mom, dad, child, dad, child, mom, child, whatever the family dynamic is. I definitely think that those are a great idea to create like offer like a family pack of costumes, so then that person can just purchase, you know, their family costumes and go about their day, especially if not everyone's creative and wants to make them, but some people still want to participate in that fun Halloween memory and having like matching costumes. So I definitely think that's a niche that you could focus on for this holiday season and make a good amount of money. So don't sleep on costumes, even if they're just shirt based, where you know, buy a shirt and then put vinyl on it, heat transfer vinyl, and make it into like a character or whatever the case is. Don't sleep on it, because I think that's a good way to make money this Halloween season. So the next thing that I think is super popular, not only for Halloween but through the fall season, is pumpkin stencils. So people, you know, decorate with pumpkins outside of just Halloween. They usually do it all through autumn until it gets a little bit too cold outside for pumpkins. And pumpkin stencils are super easy to make. Literally all you do is cut out your idea into vinyl, and you can literally even sell the stencil on the backing. Then the person who purchased it just applies the stencil to the pumpkin, paint, you know, in between the dotted lines or the empty spaces on your stencil, and boom, you have a pumpkin stencil that they can use over and over again to make pumpkins at their house. Super fun activity for kids, super fun activity for anybody through the fall season. So many people decorate pumpkins, they do it as a tradition, things like that. And just think about that like tradition kind of mindset, where you can have people purchase these from you over and over and over again because they love your stencil so much they come back each year to try something new with their families. So definitely pumpkin stencils. I don't see a lot of people making those, so definitely hop on that trend and make you some cash. Another thing that's not groundbreaking, but there's so many cute Halloween designs that you can do, are mugs. You know, we're starting to get into chilly season. It's starting to get cold outside. People are drinking more warm drinks like coffee, tea, that type of thing, and it would be amazing to make Halloween themed mugs. for the Halloween season. Like, even if you can get, like, I don't know if this is a thing, so don't come at me in the comments. You guys never come at me in the comments. I'm just JKing. But if they had like color change vinyl, where like the vinyl, I'm pretty sure they have to, if I'm thinking about this, they have to have it out there somewhere. I'm gonna do a quick Google real quick and then, you know, see if they have it. But if you had a, sorry guys, I have to, okay, yes, so color changing vinyl is a thing. I just Googled it really quickly. They even have it on Amazon. I'll link some down below. But to make like mugs that are color change with heat, that would be so cool. If people, for like Halloween parties, if you don't have your kids don't trick or treat, but you go to like little parties, you want to give away little like gift bags, you could put candy in a mug. You know, so many different things that you can do, and you can obviously sell these things to people who do the same things. If they don't take their kids trick-or-treating, if they have parties, especially with COVID being a thing still, some people are going to be leaning towards more small intimate gatherings. So having the mugs not only be sold as mugs, but to be sold as vessels for candies, for treats, that type of thing, really great idea. You can sell multiple because nobody's going to buy one mug for a party, right? So great idea, and I think you guys should definitely hop on that one and start making some money with that. Also, Halloween decor. So Halloween decor is something that tons of people buy, but also people now are moving more towards wanting things to be more handmade, more different, not store-bought. Especially when decorating, people love little pieces to add to their store-bought decorations that are really great. So Halloween decor is a really good thing to sell during the season. Some of the things that I've seen that I think are super cool, that are way different than what's being sold in store, I've been seeing spooky candle wraps. So I've been seeing candles wrapped in like skeleton hands, ghosts, bats. So cool. I think you can even make more elevated ones if you really want to focus on like elevated decor and not just like kitschy or a stereotypical Halloween type of thing. So yeah, definitely think that would be a great idea. I've seen spooky candle wraps, and also like I said, if you're having like a party or something, I've also seen candy decor. You guys know I got my notes, that's what I'm looking at, but I've seen candy decor where people have made like little t-shirts and made people out of like Smartie candies and Starburst and things of that sort. So definitely check that out. I think that's something that would be a great seller. It kind of falls, it's Halloween decor, but it kind of falls under that like party category, where you can sell like Halloween party treats, or you know, Halloween party decor for like gift bags and stuff like that. A lot of the things that I talk about, they can fall under a few different categories, and that's why I like to talk about so many things in one video, depending on what your niche is, the type of person that you're selling to. I try to get something that everyone's customer would purchase. So that's why I kind of like to blur the lines with like decor. Is it party decorations? Is it seasonal? You get what I'm trying to say. So another thing is candy jars. So candy jars are super cute to keep around your house. Like, we can't let these candy jars die with our elders, you know. We have to keep them going. You can't just be like, oh, you go to grandma's house and there's a candy jar. You're going to become the grandma one day, and you need to keep that tradition alive. So selling those candy jars now will then allow them to be passed on for generations, so that your kids, your kids' kids, whoever's kids can have candy jars in their homes. So obviously guys, you've seen some of the cute ones that I've seen on my screen, and obviously we're going to make them Halloween themed, so that people can have their Halloween candy jars on their tables. Also, what these are really good for is if you have kids and they go trick-or-treating, you know the insane amount of candy that they get when they go trick-or-treating. It'd be nice to say like, okay guys, you can pick a few pieces, and then we're gonna centralize the rest of this candy in this candy jar, and it's gonna go on the top of the refrigerator, so that mom or dad or whoever can you know, hand out the candy over time, than it all being eaten in a day or two, and then your kids are bouncing off the walls for a week, you know. So definitely a great idea to keep you, you know, going. Also, I'm just looking at my handy dandy notes here to make sure I get all 10 items. Wood signs. So wood signs are not, you know, they're not revolutionary. They're not something that it's like, oh my god, I can't believe you came up with this idea, Kara, you're so amazing. Wood signs are there for every season. I'm gonna mention them every season because there's so many different things that you can do with wood signs. They're great. I think that you should have one for every season. Yeah, they're great sellers. And if you don't want to sell the wood signs because they're kind of heavy, you can also then kind of flip that idea and sell stencils so that someone else can make the wood sign at home. You can make your own, you know, design it, put it on your website, and just sell the stencil for it, so then whoever buys it can just paint it in their own custom colors that match their home, their decor, whatever. So that's a really great idea as well. It costs you less work, less materials, less money just to make a stencil. Yes, you would be able to charge less for it, but you can obviously sell more because you don't have to put so much sweat equity into making signs. So whichever works for you. Not everyone sells online. Some people sell in stores, boutiques, you know, whatever works for you, whether it's making the sign, making a stencil for the sign, or even if you want to get real fancy with them and even charge even more, you can sell a kit with the wood sign. You don't have to get those thick ones that you get from Home Depot. I think I have one around here. But anyways, you don't need one of those thick ones that you get from Home Depot. You can get like the thin wood rounds. I'll link some down below. You could send a thing of paint. They have like little empty paint holders, like, you know, when you get little art sets, they have the little plastic paint holders. You can fill those with paints. They sell empty ones. I'll even link everything down below for you to make a kit, and you can sell the stencil and let the people and sell them as a kit. And send those out to people, and then it turns it turns from a decor item to an activity. So there's different ways to sell the same thing, and that's what, like, why I make these videos, and sometimes I talk about the same thing so that can open your mind up into it. So just from this wood sign, I said, you know, I gave you 3 ideas. You can actually sell the wood sign, make it, sell it, boom. You can, oh, I just thought of another idea. So 4 ways. You can sell the wood sign, whatever you think is, you know, a good selling colors, phrases, whatever. You can offer custom Halloween wood signs that you can take, you know, orders for. Maybe like you can come up with one general design, but you can let people customize the colors. Or you can just sell a stencil and let people make their own wood signs and buy their own supplies. Or 4, I was gonna use the wrong fingers, 4, you can actually sell an entire kit and ship it off to your customer that will allow them to make their own wood signs. And it will not only be decor, but it will be activity, especially if people are having parties, or just a fall activity, you know, because we're gonna be inside more during the fall season. Just a nice fall activity for children, kids. I said children and kids like they're different things. Families alike, whoever is interested in doing this. You don't even have to be a child. You can be a grown adult and want to do this. So definitely a good idea to keep an eye out for and to make for your customers. The last thing that I'm gonna talk about are cake toppers. So that kind of falls under like Halloween party, get-togethers. You don't even have to use cake toppers on only cake. People make charcuterie boards. You can stick them in pieces of cheese. There's so many things that you can do with cake toppers that are not the traditional cake toppings. You can make, like, I know a lot of times around this time of year, people do like a lot of candied apples. They make those little candy balls. It's like the popcorn, and then they stick the candy on the outside. There's so many things that you can stick a cake topper into, especially Halloween themed ones, or like little spooky ghosts or stuff like that. So I definitely think cake toppers are a really great idea for this time of the year, because so many people do so many different things that they can use cake toppers in different non-traditional ways. And I think it would be also helpful if you could show that to your customers, like instead of just using your cake toppers and like your display pictures in a cake, you could put it in an apple, you could put it in a bag of popcorn or something like that, and show the versatility of your product. Okay people, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be uploading a lot of content on my new channel, Kara's World, that's all about DIY, home decor, and all that good stuff. Don't forget that I link everything that I talked about down below, so you can start making some money with these Cricut craft items. And I will see you guys in the next one.